All right, here we are. So we have, let's take a look at this. This is our levain from step 2. So you can see how lovely it has risen overnight. Lots of rise to that, and that's exactly what we want when we want to use it in our bread making. Looks great. So Bailey's going to basically chuck the whole thing in. Now we have zeroed it out. We're going to kind of weigh it, but we're expecting, given what we put in, we're expecting about 210, 215 grams of it. So we're going to use a spatula to dig it all out. As you can see, Bailey's digging it all out of there. Get as much of that as possible. And once we hit about 210, 215 grams, then we're good. Now while Bailey's doing that, just digging that last little bit out, I'm just going to go ahead and start the water. We're going to basically just have lukewarm water. I do have a temperature probe here, but I'm actually not going to bother using it because I'm just going to feel it with my hand. And what I'm looking for is kind of lukewarm, very almost pool bath water. And that's maybe slightly warmer. That's going to give us about 90 degrees or so. And so we'll just get to about that point. I'll just get that water ready. As you can see here, Bailey's got all of the levain nicely in a bowl. Okay, it weighs about 207 grams. That's 210. That's perfect. Okay, so Bailey, go ahead and fill this with water. Feel the water first, just a touch warm. Okay. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, so she's gonna fill the whole glass full. I actually like to use the levain glass because then I get all the good yeasty bits from it too. Okay, and we want about 750 mils of water, so we're gonna zero it out, and then we just pour the whole thing in because we know that the thing is 750 mils, so we're not gonna have a problem. We're gonna have to refill it a little bit. Okay, we're at about 460 now. Okay, and you can see we've got the levain and water together so far. Okay, that's probably good enough. And we want about 750 mils. So this will be fairly high hydration. Just means that there's going to be a lot of water in the dough. Okay, which is, it's good. So we put in 762, no problem. Okay, so again, especially with the water, these things are a little bit approximate. What I found is that in Edmonton, it's kind of dry, right? And so relative humidity is pretty low and it's dry. And so using a little more water than what recipes normally call for on the internet and stuff, in Edmonton seems to work a little bit better. Okay, next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna just take that off the scale. And we're going to mix the levain and the water together. So we're going to basically dissolve the levain in the water. Okay, so Bailey's going ahead and doing that now. Okay, again, just to recap, all the levain from step 2, from what we created last night, approximately 750 milliliters of kind of lukewarm water. Now that's been nicely dissolved. Okay, so if you don't see any big chunks anymore, then you're probably good to go.
Okay.
Okay, it looks good. All right, so we're gonna put it back on the scale, zero out the scale. Okay, and we're gonna throw in 100 grams of whole wheat flour. Okay, there we go. And again, these are approximations here. A few grams, up to even 10 grams or so. Either way is not going to matter. And then we're going to put in up to. We'll put in 900 grams of.
900 grams.
Yeah. Of white flour. Okay. I always use unbleached white flour. If I'm feeling luxurious, I'll buy organic, but otherwise I just use any unbleached. I try and avoid bleached flour because it's got like the bleaching process is like a chemical process that not too happy about. Okay. All right, so we're actually making 2 loaves, right? So that's why we've got a lot of amount. So like 1,000 grams of flour, right? So.
All right, 900.
Perfect. Okay, so we're done with all the flour for now. We set that aside, take it off, and we're going to mix it thoroughly enough so that all of the flour is incorporated with the water and the levain, so everything gets mixed together. You'll see a lot of videos, or a lot of people instruct you to first mix the flour and water and then add the levain over top later on. That's a perfectly acceptable method too. I actually like it this way, because you take the water and the levain, you mix them, and now they're all fully incorporated, and then you add the flour to it, and then you know for sure that your levain is basically contacting all of the flour that you're adding. So I kind of like that technique a little bit better. Okay, and so we just want to do it enough to mix it all together. So I'm going to cut the video now. When we are done mixing it, and you'll need to do a little bit more, but when we are done mixing it, we will actually cover it with plastic and we'll leave it for an hour, and that's going to be called the autolyse stage, where we're basically giving the flour a chance to soak up all the water and kind of hydrate itself. All right, talk to you guys later.